Welcome to Uncaged, the show that celebrates thought leadership from today's top business leaders. The program provides a voice to amazing executives from around the globe who are shaping the world of business today and mapping the path to the commerce of tomorrow. Today, we're speaking with István Lenk. István, how are you?
I'm fine. Thanks for the opportunity today.
It's exciting to talk to you, and I'm very interested to learn more about your organization. István is the president of the ABSL in Hungary. It's a professional outsourcing industry business association. They act in the interest of the business services and outsourcing sector and the members of that sector. Their goal is to act as a bridge between the business services sector and Hungary, supporting the growth of both. And so we'll talk a lot about outsourcing, what's happening in that industry, as well as all of the things that are happening, particularly in the Hungarian market right now. But before we get there, István, tell us a little bit about yourself and your career.
Yes, so I started my career about 20 years ago, and most of my life I spent in the business service sector, and I spent many years in different leadership roles and managed different transitions, migration, different international, multinational companies, and mainly located in Europe. And I have experiences in greenfield and brownfield investments, how to create them, and most probably how to establish them and settle them in the Central East Europe region.
So clearly ABSL is a new organization. I see that you joined ABSL earlier this year, so congratulations. But tell me more about ABSL, what you guys are focused on, and your plans.
Yes, so ABSL is an abbreviation of Association of Business Service Leaders. And this is an international cooperation. ABSL exists in 11 different countries, and the main focus is in the East European region, also in the DACH region. So Germany, Switzerland, Austria, also part of that. Many of us are new. Some of them started earlier. So originally comes from Poland, and we are taking over something similar directional approach, how to build and how to support the sector cooperation, inspiring the community of the different companies who deal and who operate in the sector. And we would like to make sure we provide the best potential professional and expertise support to be a good partner for them, while we create a platform where they can meet, and they can meet also cooperative partners.
Yeah, it's an important area and a more important, I would say, platform for companies in the business services and outsourcing space, certainly to have resources like this. I mean, right now, certainly as we see shifts and changes in the economy, tell me a little bit about what's top of mind right now for the members of your association.
So the association in Hungary started with a little bit of history. So originally from Hungarian Outsourcing Service Association, that was established in 2005. And ABSL, so we joined ABSL this year in May. And since then, we started to take over this changed way of supporting these business service players. And this new setup is also new for me, because on the General Assembly, I was elected as a president, though I had some experiences from the past, because HOA was the organization earlier, and our company was also part of that. But now ABSL is mainly about how to open the door a bit, how to make sure we can support the members in a way that they can compare themselves to those areas within the region or even outside of the region internationally, and see who their competitors are, and who they compete with, and not necessarily and essentially in Hungary, but outside of Hungary. So this is a new era, just started now, and currently we are in the rebranding phase. So the name of ABSL is not well known in those countries where it was started earlier, for sure, but in Hungary is just new. Mm-hmm. We inherited some members, we inherited some business relationships and cooperation, cooperative partners, but all in all, we need to create the brand. We need to make sure it's really a part of the ABSL international family, and we can provide a better and broader support.
Yeah, and it sounds like being part of that broader network of ABSL in some of these other markets too, where you probably share some common concerns, common issues, you see common opportunities. Maybe there's ways to leverage those relationships, for sure, for sure. But I mean, it's interesting, first of all, congratulations again. You became president of ABSL in May, but with great congratulations comes great responsibility, István, as you know. You joined after the world has gone through this complicated period of the pandemic, and I'd just be curious to see how that has shifted or changed the priorities of the organization and how you guys work.
Yes, so there are similarities on the market. So the business services sector players and the big players are multinational, international companies, and we all go through similar paths and learning curve, maturity sometimes, and we all see some similarities in how to retain and attract talents, for example, which is already different what we experienced before COVID or just now, which is also a great example. How do we deal with the changed environment, economic environment in this volatile, the volatile economic situation, and also not only the currencies, inflation, material shortages, price increases we all have to deal with, but also it has a direct effect how we do our operation to support from a business service standpoint. How do we provide the best support to our core businesses? And this is very similar everywhere.
Yeah. Do you find, I mean, the business services and essentially the outsourcing space, I think we all have these visions of what these businesses are like, large office spaces with many, many people working on computers and complicated computer systems. But I mean, during COVID, what was happening? Were people working at home, or how did the industry survive and continue?
Yes, so the good news is for this industry is very well digitalized. So we are very well prepared with business continuity plans, making sure that we have plans, good plans to execute remote work. So most of us, we could change one day to another to a remote environment, and we could continue work from home during COVID. And over the time, people just get used to it because it was proven that we can complete the work remote as well. And that's why we are also facing some challenges today, because most of us think we would like to bring people back to the office. different hybrid work, different new norm, company by company, but which is common. We all develop our own new norm, and most of us would like to bring people back, which is a challenge today. Yeah. Because they stay in an isolated world, and the social interactions are limited now, and it's really difficult to maintain discussions between teams when if you just imagine a supply chain organization, the different teams are working together and build on the others. So as long as they can speak and they are really close to each other, it's much easier, and that's valid for others as well.
István, are there specific services that your association members are focused on developing right now? Are there some new segments that are more important than others?
So what we see, digitalization is one area. Most of us started earlier, but how to keep up with a good trend is really important. Some of them are further. I mean, in maturity, they are ahead of the others, but the smaller or mid-sized organization just follow the others, and we still have some homework to do. And colleagues, and that's the reason why we create a platform where people can meet, they can share experiences, successes, biases, and among the different company leaders, this is an opportunity to learn, and that's one of the key aspect and the key focus for ABSL, where we create a platform for them to share what good looks like, and we are in the same shoes, so we all learn, and we would like to grow our business on the way which is the best fit for the company.
Yeah, completely makes sense. It's interesting because I would imagine, as you mentioned, some of the larger players might have the ability to do some of these things on their own, but the reality is that the broader industry needs to have tools to make sure that people are trained correctly, that they understand how and when they can collaborate and work together. But I mean, as you look forward, István, we find ourselves now in this inflationary world right now. The economy is a joy for all of us. What do you see on the horizon going into 2023 for your members?
So for the members, what I see, the challenge with the current economic situation will not change, and this is what we are planning with our financial plans, and we create scenarios, what if type of scenarios for 2023. But at the same time, from an ABSL perspective, the sector branding and awareness, sector awareness, together with the cooperation between the different parties and also the members remain a key focus. And we also see opportunities where we can cooperate with governmental bodies, and this is what we are working on today. So we can be a kind of link in between the businesses and those areas in the governmental bodies where we see potential future supports, incentives, any kind of future common discussions, how to make sure we survive together.
Those are some big challenges for sure. I mean, getting the public and the private sector to work together is always a joy, always easy. But István, if someone wanted to learn more about what the ABSL is offering their members, where's the best place to reach you?
So the best place is you can find us absl.hu, and also on social media. People can find us, even companies can find us and learn more. On our webpage, also available absl.hu, and also the different ABSL companies, different countries are available similar way. And what you will find there, you will find our strategical initiatives for networking, knowledge intense, best practice sharing, how we grow talent evolution. This is also an important common topic between the members. Also, how to cooperate with us, cooperate as a member, and cooperate as a partner any kind of initiatives
Yeah.
which are related to value, where we can create any kind of value to those members who are with us for a long time.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, I truly think that the broader professional outsourcing industry provides quite an interesting lens, or even case study, perhaps, of how virtual work and virtual working can go. I mean, I think in many respects, you have been doing what we all have had to learn in some ways over the last couple of years. And so there's probably a lot of learnings that the ABSL can offer, not only to its members, but to the broader business environment and business marketplace. But István, it's been great to learn more about what you and the team are working on. We've been talking with István Lenk. He is the president of ABSL in Hungary. It's a professional outsourcing industry business association. They act in the business interests of the business services and outsourcing sector, and they are really trying to build that bridge between the public and private sectors in Hungary to support growth, and to make sure that this area, which is accelerating in growth around the world, continues to get the resources and focus needed. István, thank you so much for being on Uncaged today, and we look forward to having you back.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.